These are 8 terrifying moments when iShowSpeed, one of the internet's most extreme streamers, came face to face with death while chasing the ultimate content. At just 20 years old, this daredevil has turned near-death experiences into viral entertainment, and what you're about to hear will make you question everything about the price of fame in the streaming world. Speed has built his entire brand on pushing boundaries that most creators wouldn't dare approach. From jumping off 1,000-foot towers to accidentally walking into lion territory, his quest for jaw-dropping content has repeatedly put his life on the line. But here's what makes these incidents even more terrifying. Most of them happen completely by accident, while he was just trying to entertain his audience. Let's start with the most recent and arguably most dangerous incident that had wildlife officials and fans worldwide holding their breath. January 12th, 2026, Kenya. Speed is touring East Africa, drawing massive crowds at every stop when disaster strikes in the most unexpected way possible. His car breaks down inside a national park, and not just any park, but one absolutely crawling with lions. Picture this. You're a 20-year-old streamer from Ohio. Your vehicle just died and you're surrounded by some of Africa's most dangerous predators. What does Speed do? He clutches a machete and jokes, "I got my machete though," as if a blade could somehow protect him from a pride of lions. The man was literally ready to explore lion territory on foot. His security team and Kenyan wildlife rangers had to physically intervene to prevent what could have been a gruesome tragedy broadcast live to millions. The Kenya Wildlife Service later praised his security team for acting quickly, but imagine if they'd been just 60 seconds slower. We could have witnessed something absolutely horrific in real time. This wasn't a planned stunt gone wrong. This was pure, unpredictable danger that Speed walked right into. Kenya wasn't Speed's first dance with death, though. Let's rewind to September 28th, 2025, Las Vegas. The Strat Tower looms over the city at 1,149 feet, taller than the Eiffel Tower. Speed decides to livestream himself doing the sky jump, plummeting approximately 1,000 feet in what's supposed to be a controlled descent. Thousands of viewers are watching live when the unthinkable appears to happen. A single freeze frame shows what looks like Speed's carabiner completely disconnected from the safety line. Chat explodes. Viewers are screaming. Speed himself is in pure panic mode, yelling, "Bro, I almost died. The strap was disconnected. The hook disconnected. I didn't even know that." The terror in his voice was absolutely genuine. One fan tweeted, "Speed's guardian angel working overtime. Man really dodged a final destination moment." Another joked, "Only Speed could turn a near-death fall into prime content." Here's the twist that makes this story even more insane. It was all an optical illusion. Video compression and stream lag created a visual glitch that made it appear the safety equipment had failed. The Strat staff had performed multiple safety checks, and the attraction has redundant safety systems specifically designed to prevent accidents. But for those terrifying moments, everyone believed they were watching a young man plummet to his death live on the internet. The psychological impact was real though. Speed genuinely thought he was about to die, and his viewers experienced that terror alongside him. It perfectly captures the dangerous line he walks between entertainment and genuine peril. Speaking of genuine peril, let's talk about the free fall incident that actually injured him. Speed was suspended more than 100 meters in the air, that's over 300 feet, when he was deliberately untied and forced to free fall into a safety net below. This wasn't a glitch or an accident. This was a planned stunt that went horribly wrong. The impact with the net left Speed very badly injured. Think about that for a second. A safety net, something designed to save lives, became the thing that seriously hurt him. The physics of falling from that height, even into a net, are absolutely brutal. Your body is traveling at incredible speeds, and that sudden stop can cause internal injuries, broken bones, or worse. The fact that Speed survived this relatively intact shows just how lucky he's been throughout his extreme content career. Then there's the elephant incident that shows how unpredictable animals can be, even trained ones. Speed is enjoying what should be a peaceful elephant ride when the massive animal suddenly begins tilting backwards. Elephants weigh several tons, and when they decide to move, there's absolutely nothing a human can do to stop them. And Speed falls off the elephant in what could have been a crushing situation. We're talking about an animal that could accidentally step on him or roll over him without even noticing. Elephants, despite their gentle reputation, are responsible for hundreds of of deaths annually, often completely by accident. The fact that Speed walked away from this unharmed is nothing short of miraculous. But perhaps the most terrifying incident was completely out of his control. The swatting incident that brought a SWAT team to his door. Speed is just playing Fortnite, streaming normally, when armed officers suddenly storm his space. No, 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 no. He repeats in pure terror as heavily armed law enforcement officers enter his room. Swatting is one of the most dangerous pranks in the streaming world. Innocent people have been killed by confused officers responding to fake emergency calls. The psychological trauma alone can be devastating, but the real danger is that split-second decisions in these situations can turn deadly. Speed had no idea if these officers thought he was dangerous, if they had been told he was armed, or what kind of threat level they believed they were responding to. The flamethrower incident showcases just how quickly controlled situations can spiral into chaos. Speed apparently accidentally signaled for the device to activate, setting himself on fire. Fire doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care if you're a famous streamer or just someone who made a simple mistake. Burns can be permanently disfiguring or deadly within seconds, and the fact that this was captured on stream means his moment of genuine terror became content whether he wanted it to or not. Thailand brought us the tuk-tuk crash that demonstrates how unfamiliarity with local transportation can turn deadly. Speed, experiencing his first time driving a three-wheeled auto rickshaw, doesn't know how to stop the vehicle. He drives straight into a wall at high acceleration. Tuk-tuks offer virtually no protection in crashes. They're essentially motorized bicycles with minimal safety features. A collision at high speed could have easily resulted in severe head trauma or worse. Even seemingly innocent activities become dangerous in Speed's world. The red ball incident shows how quickly fun can turn to fear. Speed smacks his head directly onto the side of a large red ball during what should have been a harmless activity, but the impact leaves him calling for help repeatedly. Help! 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 Oh God! Help! Head injuries are nothing to mess around with. Concussions can have lasting effects, and severe head trauma can be fatal. The fact that he needed to call for help multiple times suggests this wasn't just a minor bump. This was a genuinely concerning impact that could have had serious consequences. What makes all these incidents even more remarkable is Speed's age. At just 20 years old, he's already survived more near-death experiences than most people face in a lifetime. His pattern of extreme content creation has sparked serious conversations about streamer responsibility and the lengths creators will go to for viral moments. The entertainment value of these incidents is undeniable. They generate millions of views and endless social media discussion, but they also raise uncomfortable questions about the price of fame in the digital age. When does entertaining content cross the line into genuine recklessness? Speed's incidents range from planned stunts with safety measures to completely spontaneous, dangerous moments. The strat jump had professional safety systems, but the Kenya Lion Park incident was pure chance. This unpredictability is part of what makes his content so compelling and so concerning. His international touring schedule continues to create opportunities for these dangerous moments. From Las Vegas to Kenya to Egypt, each new location brings fresh possibilities for content and fresh risks to his safety. Thousands of fans show up at each stop, creating additional pressure to deliver memorable, shareable moments. The digital distortion factor, highlighted by the Strat incident, shows how easily false narratives can spread in our connected world. Video compression, stream lag, and technical glitches can create the appearance of danger where none exists, but they can also mask real dangers or make it harder to distinguish between genuine peril and technical problems. What's most striking about Speed's near-death experiences is how they've become an expected part of his brand. Fans tune in not just for entertainment, but with the morbid curiosity of potentially witnessing something genuinely dangerous. This creates a feedback loop where increasingly extreme content becomes necessary to satisfy audience expectations. The fact that Speed continues pushing boundaries despite these close calls suggests either incredible confidence in his ability to survive dangerous situations or a concerning disconnect from the real risks he faces. Either way, his story serves as a fascinating case study in modern content creation, viral marketing, and the extreme lengths some creators will go to build their brands. As Speed continues his global adventures, one thing is certain: his next near-death experience is probably just one stream away. Whether it's another optical illusion or genuine danger, millions of viewers will be watching, hoping for entertainment, while secretly fearing they might witness something truly tragic. The question isn't whether Speed will face more life-threatening situations, it's whether his luck will eventually run out.